I wanted to welcome you tonight. It's Vinyasa Flow. My name is Vicki once again with Living Balance Studios. And I wanted to remind you to honor your body, listen to your body, and I want you to challenge yourself, but don't challenge yourself so much to the point that you cause yourself harm. So back off whenever you feel like you need to, and understand that you are taking this class at your own risk, and if myself or Living Balance Studios are not liable for any injury you could possibly occur during class. So again, I encourage you to honor your body, listen to your body, pay attention to the sensations you're feeling, and back off if you need to. And with that said, once again, we'll need a strap, and if you want to use blocks or, like I said, soup cans or anything like that for props, you can do so. But other than that, we shouldn't need anything else for class tonight. So I invite you to lie down on your back and get into your comfortable lying position. Maybe you lie flat. Maybe you have your knees bent, like so. Or you can even do a reclined butterfly where you open up the knees up to the side and bring the soles of the feet together. So get into your comfortable reclined position and start to tune into your breath. Now don't change your breath. Let it be natural. But just noticing each inhale and exhale. Arriving here on your mat. Letting go of all the events that have taken place today. Letting go of any agendas you have for the rest of the day. And just be here, naturally in this moment. Tuning into your breath. Now start to deepen your breath. So take deep inhales through the nose. And long and slow exhales out of the nose. Breathe deep down into the belly. So let your belly expand as you inhale. And notice how it relaxes and falls back down towards the spine as you exhale. Continue to breathe. Deep cleansing breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Long and slow exhales out of the nose. Notice the coolness of the air as you breathe in. And notice the warmth of the air as you breathe out. Continue to stay with your breath, relaxing your body into your mat. We'll be here for a couple more breaths, grounding and centering ourselves, preparing our bodies for movement. And if your hands aren't ready, go ahead and place them down by your side. Rest the shoulders into the mat here. And on your next inhale, we're going to rise the arms overhead. Just let them float up in the air and back behind you. And as you exhale, let the arms float back down by your side. Inhale, let the arms float up and away from the body. And exhale. moving here, let your movement be slow and controlled. So imagine you're just kind of like letting the arms float up and down. Move with the breath. Let the length of your breath be the length of your movement. A few more times, floating the arms up and over. We'll do one more inhale. Let the arms float back behind you and hold it here. Reach nice and long. And take your hands and ball up your fists and start to do some wrist circles. And maybe reverse the direction of the circles. Reach long here. And then clasp your left hand. Take and wrap your right hand around your left wrist. Give it a little massage. And now bring the feet wide on the mat. So about mat width apart here. Taking an inhale. And as you exhale, cross your left ankle over your right. And then start to curl your body towards the right side. Feel that stretch along the left side of your body. And then inhale, bring your body back to the center of the mat. Uncross the ankles. And as you exhale, cross the opposite ankle on top. So now we're crossing the right ankle over the left. And start to curve the top part of your body towards the left. Grab a hold of your right wrist as well. Feel that stretch. Your body's kind of in the shape of a banana or a shallow sea. And then inhale, come back to the center of the mat. Uncross the ankles. Lower the hands down by your sides. Now we're going to bend our knees and bring our feet to the mat. Feet and knees or legs are about hip distance apart. You want your knees over your ankle. Hands down by your sides. Rest the shoulders into the mat. Inhale, rock the pubic bone towards the ceiling. As you exhale, pull the abs in and lift the hips up off the mat. Inhale at top, and then exhale lower. Inhale at the bottom, and then exhale lift. Inhale at the top, exhale lower. Inhale, exhale, lift the hips up high. Inhale and exhale. And this time we're going to add our arms into it. So take an inhale. As you exhale, lift the hips and let the arms float up and over behind you. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the hips and the arms back by your sides. So continue here. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale and exhale. Continue on your own. Move with your breath. We're going to do about 3 more. have 2 more to go after this one. And 1 more. And lower down. Bring the feet wide, sway the knees from side to side. Once those knees are down towards your left, hold it here. Maybe take that left ankle, place it on top of the right knee. Get a little deeper stretch here. And you can bring your arms wider into cactus arms, or you can bring them, keep them by your side. You can look up towards the ceiling, or maybe look in the opposite direction of your knees. Next inhale, lift the knees up, and then we'll drop them down towards the right. Choosing your head variation, your arm variation, it's all your choice. And inhale, lift the knees back up. And then we'll pull them in towards the chest. And let's just rock from side to side, massaging that lower back. That always feels good, right? And then cross your ankles over one another and roll up into a seated posture. And this is where we bring in our strap. So grab your strap. Or your belt or tie, whatever you're using. And bring your hands a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. Sit up nice and tall here. We're going to inhale, rise the arms up in the air. As you exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. And 1 more here. Inhale, rise up. Hold it here. As you exhale, bend towards the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale towards the right. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up here. And let's exhale. Bend towards the left. Hold it. Breathe. Anchor that right hip down to the mat. You may try to jet up. And then inhale, rise up. And exhale on the right side. And then we'll inhale up here. Exhale, lower the hands down. And now bring your hands wider to shoulder distance apart. Pretty wide here. And on your next inhale, we're going to extend the strap over our head. And as you exhale, you're going to lower it back down behind you. I got my water bottle in the way. And then inhale, rise up, and exhale, lower. Now, if this feels really uncomfortable for your shoulders, maybe try bringing your hands wider on the strap and seeing if that helps. If that doesn't help and it's still hard, then I suggest you just lift the strap up overhead and then lower it down. And just keep doing like this. So you have options. Continue moving with your breath. We're going to do about 3 more rounds here. Move slowly. Don't try to force it. Don't try to move too fast. I'm going to take care of our shoulders. one more. Inhale. And exhale. And once you're down behind you, if that is where you are, just hold it here. If you don't have the strap behind you, you have it overhead, just hold it over your head. And just breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower. Beautiful. And we'll take the strap, place it over to the side. And then take your left arm and cross it over your body and hug it with in the crease of your right elbow. And place your right hand on your left tricep. And pull that arm across your body. But try to keep the chest facing forward. So don't turn with it. You want to keep the chest facing forward. Feel that stretch in the shoulder. And then release. And let's do the same thing on the opposite side. Hug it in with the crease of your left arm. Pull that right arm across the body. And breathe. And then release. Let's just do some shoulder rolls. And now we'll make our way onto our hands and knees. So your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, hips are stacked over the knees here. We're going to take in an inhale and tilt the tailbone up, drop the belly, look up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Pull your abs in as you round the back, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale. And exhale. And continue going. Move at your pace. Inhaling into cow and exhaling into cow. Allow your movement to be fluid-like. We'll do about 2 more rounds of cat-cows, and then we'll meet back in tabletop. Meeting back in tabletop here. Kind of shift the hips from side to side. Maybe come off of one wrist, do some wrist rotations. And then the opposite wrist. Great. Now we're going to walk our hands back towards our knees, come into a kneeling posture. So we're here kind of like in hero's pose. On your next inhale, let's rise up into a high kneeling posture. Arms up overhead. This is known as thunderbolt. And as you exhale, we're going to sit back into our child's pose. Press the hands firmly into the mat. As you inhale, pull yourself forward into a low plank. And then exhale, bend the elbows and lower all the way down. Slide those shoulders down away from the ears as you inhale, rise up into a baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up through your plank. And exhale, sit back into child's pose. Inhale, rise up into your thunderbolt. And exhale, hero's pose. We're going to run through this a total of 5 times. So let's inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down, child's pose. Inhale into your plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up through the plank. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, thunderbolt. And exhale, hero's pose. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. And exhale. We have 2 more rounds to go. Move with your breath. Let this be a meditative flow for you. One more round. Maybe you do it with your eyes closed this time. And rest here in hero's pose. Maybe kind of wiggle the hips from side to side. And then we'll inhale, rise up into your high kneeling posture. And bring the hands to the hips here. And take in and inhale. As you exhale, step the left leg forward. Low lunge. Tug the tailbone under, pull the ribs in, and shift that left hip back, right hip forward. So imagine that as you're doing this, that you're trying to drag your foot to your knee, and your knee to your foot. And let's inhale, rise the arms up, relax the shoulders here, pull, keep the rib cage in, try not to let the ribs jet out. As you exhale, pull the abs deep in towards the spine, and twist towards the left. Breathe here. Keep that engagement in the legs. Inhale, twist back to center. And exhale, let's twist towards the right. Breathe. And then inhale back to center. And exhale, lower the hands down to the mat. And we're going to step this left leg back, nice and long here. Just kind of rock from front to back. And the next time you rock back, hold it here. Feel that stretch in that back calf, or that calf muscle. And again, inhale. Exhale, lower that knee down. Walk the hands towards the knees and then rise up. And breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. And now you're taking an inhale here, and as you exhale, step the right leg forward. Low lunge. Inhale, rise the arms up, relax the shoulders, pull the ribs in. Breathe. And take in an inhale here. As you exhale, pull the abs deep in towards the spine and twist towards the right over that right leg. And then inhale, twist back to center. And exhale, opposite side. And then we'll inhale back to center. Exhale, lower the hands down to the mat. And then step your right leg back behind you. Tuck the toes under on the mat. Rock from front to back. And next time you rock back, hold it. And breathe. And then inhale, rock forward, lower the knee down. And then shift the hips from side to side. And then we'll just walk the hands forward just a tiny bit. Tuck the toes under. Take in an inhale. As you exhale, lift the knees up off the mat and then shift the hips nice and high here into your down dog. Press that index finger firmly into the mat and breathe here. Inhale up onto the tippy toes. And as you exhale, drop the heels down towards the right. Inhale up on your tippy toes here. Exhale, drop the heels down towards the left. And then inhale up. And exhale. See if you can drop those heels down a little bit more towards the mat. If not, that's okay. If your hamstrings feel tight, it's just like, this is killing me, you can bend your knees. Remember, honor your body. Take care of yourself. Take in an inhale. As you exhale, if you don't have a bend in your knees already, go ahead and bend them. Nice deep bend. And then we're going to slowly tiptoe to our hands. Try not to let the hips shift from side to side. So just move slowly here. Pull the abs in. Once you get to your hands, come into a forward fold. Grab a hold of opposite elbows. Start swaying from side to side. And then come to stillness here. On your next inhale, come into a half lift. Press the hands into the shins, shins into the hands. Reach the crown of the head forward. And then exhale, fold. And inhale, rise all the way up. Palms touching up top. Exhale your hands in front of your heart. And breathe. Take a moment, get some water. Take care of yourself. And let's inhale, rise the arms up in the air. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. And bring the hands down to the mat. On your next inhale, step your right leg back. And then step your left leg back. Come into your plank. Round that upper back. So separate the shoulder blades away from one another. And slide the shoulders away from the ears. Pull the abs in. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. And now pedal it out in your down dog. Bend one knee and then the other. And come to stillness. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up in the air, coming into your three-legged dog. Keep the hips squared. And as you exhale, bend that knee and step that foot all the way through. If it doesn't quite reach your hands, you can grab a hold of your ankle and then pull the foot through. Then inhale, rise up into your crescent lunge. Breathe here. Relax the shoulders. Take in an inhale here, and as you exhale, step that back foot forward just a little bit to plant the whole foot down onto the mat. Your toes are going to be pointing at a 45-degree angle. So technically they're pointing towards the top right corner of your mat. Inhale here. Press into that outer edge of that back foot. And as you exhale, we're going to lower the torso halfway and extend the arms behind you. Look down towards the mat. And then inhale, rise up. And exhale. Inhale here. And exhale. We have 2 more to go, guys. One more. This last time when you lower down, hold it here. Reach those fingertips away from the body. Breathe. And then inhale, rise up. Straighten that front leg. Shift the left hip back, right hip forward. Take in an inhale here. As you exhale, lower halfway down. Extend the arms behind you. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Your front leg is straight now. Breathe here. Take in an inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. As you exhale, bend the front knee, lower your hands to the mat. Now step that foot back a little further, coming back into that runner's lunge here. So now we're on the ball of the foot. We're going to inhale, rise up into our crescent lunge. And as you exhale, we're going to lower just kind of like 2/3 of the way down. Not quite half. And then we're going to press up with the back foot. And we're going to swing the arms behind us as we lift that back foot up, coming into our warrior 3. Press the heel of that back foot like you're trying to press it to the wall. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And breathe. And if you fall out of it, come back into it. It's okay. And then inhale, start to pull that knee in towards the chest, lifting yourself up at the same time. Hold on to that knee. Breathe. Do some ankle rotations here. And take your left hand and bring it to the outside of your right knee. Inhale here and exhale, twist. Maybe extend that right arm behind you. And then inhale, come back to center. Rise the arms up. As you exhale, extend that leg back behind you. Coming back into warrior 3. Keep the hips square to the mat. Take in an inhale. And then exhale, bend that front knee. Slowly lower the toes, back toes down to the mat. Crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. And then inhale, plank. And if you would like to lower down and do your cobra here, you can. Or you can stay in plank. Or you can do like me and go straight to down dog. Wherever you go, we're going to meet in down dog. And once you're in down dog, take a breather. Just breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Here, keep the hips squared. As you exhale, bend that knee and step that foot all the way through. And we'll inhale, rise up. And breathe. Pull the rib cage in. Try not to let the ribs flare out. Pull the abs in. Take in an inhale. Exhale, step that back foot forward just a little bit, coming into our warrior 1 stance. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Lift, lower the torso halfway. Arms back. Inhale. And exhale. Continue going. We have 3 more to go. And the next time, that last one, hold it here. And then we'll inhale, rise back up, warrior 1. Straighten that front leg. Shift the right hip back, left hip forward. Take in an inhale here. Exhale, fold halfway. Reach the arms long. Reach those fingertips away from the body. And put a deep bend in the knee and inhale, rise back up, warrior 1. Now step that back foot back here. Take in an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to press off with that back leg. Come into our warrior 3. Reach those fingertips behind you. Breathe here, relax the shoulders. Breathe. Again, and inhale. As you exhale, bend that knee. Lift the torso up. Wrap your hands around your knee. Breathe here. And grab a hold of that knee with your right arm. Again, an inhale, and an exhale, twist. And then inhale, come back to center, arms up overhead. And as you exhale, come back into your warrior 3 with your arms reaching long in front of you this time. Breathe here. And then lower down. Lower that back foot down. Come back into your lunge. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the hands down to the mat. And then inhale, step back into your plank. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, down dog. Pedal it out if you'd like. Now look towards the top of your mat. Take in an inhale. As you exhale, put a deep bend in the knees. And we're going to walk our feet to our hands. Inhale into a half lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale your hands in front of your heart. And take this moment to get some water. All right, from here, let's inhale, rise the arms up in the air. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a half lift, place your hands on your shins. Press your shins into your hands, hands into shins. Exhale, fold. Now bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, step your right leg back. And then your left. You don't have 2 right legs. And breathe. Inhale. And welcome to. If you want to stay in a high plank, you can do that as well. Wherever you are, we're going to shift our weight forward. Hug the tops of your arms into your side body. And as you exhale, bend the elbows and lower all the way down. Untuck the toes here. And now reach the arms behind you. Let the head hover over your face, hover over the mat. Pull the abs deep in towards the spine. And then on your next inhale, lift the torso up. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower. Keep pulling those abs deep in towards the spine. Imagine that you're pulling your belly button away from your mat. So inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Beautiful. Now take your hands and stack them on top of one another. And rest your forehead on your hands. And so you guys can understand me, I'm going to have my head lifted up. But just rest your forehead on your hands for now. And then on your next inhale, bend, actually don't bend anything. Lift it back, lift your legs up. Use your hamstrings to lift the legs. And then exhale, lower. Keep pulling that belly button away from your mat. And then inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift the legs. And exhale, lower. Beautiful. Now bend your left knee. Flex the foot. On your next inhale, lift that left leg up in the air. This time, exhale, lower. This time you're using your glutes or your butt cheeks, your butt muscles. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Nice. Now lower that leg down. Now bend the opposite leg. Flex that foot. Inhale, lift the leg, and exhale, lower. Two more. Lift and lower. And one more. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Now bring the hands back behind you or down by your side. Palms are facing up here. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Continue pulling the belly button away from the mat. And on your next inhale, lift both the legs and the torso. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Continue going. We're going to do a total of 5. Move with your breath. And one more. Lift it up. And exhale, lower. Nice. Now rest one cheek to the mat. Or you can stack your hands on top of one another. And rest the forehead to the mat. Bend the knees. Sway legs from side to side. And come to stillness. Stretch the legs long. Bring the hands up underneath or right by the rib cage. Squeeze the elbows in towards one another. Keep pulling that belly button away from the mat. Inhale. Press yourself up through a plank. And then exhale. Sit back into a child's pose. And rock those hips from side to side. And then come to stillness. Inhale, float yourself back up into your table. And then walk your knees to your hands. And we're going to sit on their bottoms. So swing the legs around. Sit nice and tall here. And so you have the option of using your strap or not. It's up to you. Sometimes using a strap feels really nice. So we're going to take our left foot and bend that right knee and bring that left foot into your inside of your right thigh. You're going to pull the toes towards the shins. If you're using a strap, you'll loop it around the ball of your foot. You just kind of tug out the strap firmly. You don't want to like use your whole mic or anything. Just sit up tall and take in an inhale. And as you exhale, lead with your chest and fold over that right leg. Now, if you're not using a strap, you could just sit up tall and then fold over it. And I like to rest my hands framing my leg, but you may want to grab your foot. Depends on where you're going here. Just breathe. Next inhale, walk the hands back towards the body, lift the torso up. As you exhale, twist over that right leg. Pull the abs deep in towards the spine to twist. And then we'll inhale, twist back to center. And as you exhale, twist to the opposite side. Inhale, come back to center. And now take your left leg and cross it over your right. And hug that leg close in towards your body. And maybe wrap your right arm around your left leg. And then take your left hand and bring it behind you. Pull the abs deep in towards the spine. And then twist. Look over that left shoulder. You can even come deeper into your twist by hooking your elbow on the outside of your knee. And breathing here. So breathe, inhale. And exhale. Continue to breathe here. And then inhale, twist back to center. And we're going to straighten that leg. And again, if you want to use your strap here, you can, or you don't have to. I'm not going to use it this time around. We're going to bend our right knee. Place that foot to the inside of your left thigh. Your torso is over your left leg. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, lead with the chest. And fold. And breathe here. And then we'll inhale, rise back up, walk the hands towards the body as you lift up. And as you exhale, twist over that left leg. And we'll inhale, twist back to center. And exhale, twist over the opposite leg. And then inhale, come back to center. Now take that right leg, cross it over to left. Hug it in towards your body. And then place that right hand behind you. Coming into a twist here. And you can hug that left elbow on the outside of your right knee if you'd like to come deeper into the twist. Take deep inhales through the nose. Long and slow exhales out of the nose. And then we'll inhale, twist back to center. And then we'll release. Kind of wiggle it out here, bend one knee and then the other. Sway your feet from side to side. We're gonna have a little fun, be childlike here. And now we're going to lower down onto our backs. So if you want to just lower down, go ahead. If you want to challenge yourself, I like to bring my feet to the mat and extend the arms long. Take in and inhale. And as you exhale, just slowly start to lower down onto the mat until you're all the way on your back. And then reach the arms long here. Point the toes. Let the ribs flare. And then take in and inhale, and as you exhale, pull that right knee in towards your chest. Clasp your hands around that shin. Do some little ankle rotations here. Take in and inhale. And exhale. And bring your left hand on the outside of your right thigh. Extend your right arm on. Take it in long. Take it and inhale here. As you exhale, cross that leg over to midline of your body. Rest the shoulders. Both shoulders are resting on the mat here. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Pull the knee in towards the chest. And then exhale, lower it down. Reach the arms long. Let the ribs flare. Point the toes. Imagine you just woke up first thing in the morning. And as you exhale, pull that left knee in towards your chest. Do some ankle rotations. And bring your right hand on the outside of your left thigh. Extend the left arm long. Take in an inhale and exhale. Cross it over. Look over that left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Pull the knee in towards the chest. And then exhale, reach the arms long, reach the leg long. Let the ribs flare. Sway the toes from side to side. Do some wrist rotations. Do whatever motion you need to do to feel complete in your practice. So maybe you make your way into happy baby. Or maybe you do half happy baby. I like half happy baby. I like it better. Or maybe you go ahead and make your way into Shavasana. So I'm going to give you about a minute or two to feel complete in your practice. And then we'll make our way into Shavasana. And whenever you're ready, make your way into your final resting position. Maybe you rest flat on the back in traditional Shavasana, corpse pose. Maybe use some bolsters or blocks to place underneath your knees, or pillows, or place it underneath your head. So get yourself comfortable. Get nice and comfortable here in your Shavasana. And then once you're there, I'll give you a few seconds. Now that we're all settled, taking a deep inhale through your nose. And sigh it out, let it all out. Inhale deeply through the nose. Sigh it out, let it all out. And then one more, inhale. And sigh it out. Let it all out, release, relax. Imagine that your body is melting into the mat. Scan your whole body. Notice if there's any tension in the body. Any tightness. And if you're feeling any tension or tightness, breathe into that space and then sigh it out. Just release, let it go. And maybe you have to do it a couple of times before you feel that softening in that part of the body. And once you feel completely relaxed, then just rest. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just rest. Be here in this moment. Start to bring your awareness back to this time and space. Feel your body resting on the floor. Feel how the floor is supporting you and holding you up. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Notice any more sensations in the body. And I'll start to bring gentle movement to the body by wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe rock your head from side to side. And then when you're ready, begin to roll to your right side. And cradle your head in your arms. And pause here for a moment of reflection. And begin to slowly and gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat. And once seated, bring your hands in front of your heart in a prayer pose. Press your thumbs into your chest. Feel your heart beating. Feel the vibration of your beating heart. Maybe try to hear it. And I'd like to thank you for joining me for class tonight. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Namaste.